What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the MG Cup Series here on NBC this week and for the rest of the season. We are at Daytona, where we kick things off this season. We're kicking off the NBC portion at the same track. Reset things and rack them back up for the second half of the year. Matt Kenseth is your pole sitter with the 48 of Jimmy Johnson to his outside. Kurt Busch, P3, the 88 of Dale Jr., P4. Rounding out the top 5 is Tony Stewart, and to his outside is teammate Denny Hamlin. Daytona, so be sure to be a crazy one here from the high banks. And yesterday we saw quite an interesting race where Casey Atwood snuck through at the very last moment to win the race and took it away from Jason Leffler there. Will we see more of the same, or will we see your typical big pack racing that you normally see here from the high banks of Daytona and Talladega? We're about to find out as the pace car leads us around the racetrack, and we're about to get things started here. 17 of Matt Kenseth will control the field. Well, technically the flag man will control the field, but Kenseth, field is now in his hands. The flag man has the flag, and he's going to wave the green flag here to set us off for the second half of the season. It's underway from Daytona. Right sound back? Yeah, it is. Getting up to speed for the first time down the back straightaway here today. Big push from Denny Hamlin. The rear bumper of Kurt Busch is going to keep that 2 car out in front down the backstretch, or maybe not. Stewart was just able to get the nose inside. 2 cars hooked up on the outside line. They're going to get separated. They're going to fall back as as Kenseth and Jr. couldn't stick together. Now Kurt Busch gets shuffled up to the high side, and Tony Stewart leads the first lap of the day. Again, Jeff Gordon tried to take the lead there. Here comes Jeff Burton on his inside. Denny Hamlin, biffled down on the apron. Can he get back up? Yes, he can. Pulls back across the track safely and cleanly as we head down into 3 and 4. The second time tonight. Off of turn number 4, yet again. Flyby there as the 31 controls the field. His teammate tried to fall into the bottom, but Ryan Newman got to his inside and now gets pushed out up the racetrack by Truex. Truex tries to go with him, but he's going to get split in the middle. 3 wide yet again. The 43 of Bobby Labonte is going to have to check up for that 12 car. How about the 4 of Chris Mack up into the mix? Man, that 4 car pretty strong here as well. The 6 of David Reagan pushing him as the 43 is going to go to the front. Bobby Labonte, your new race leader, off of turn number 4. Chris Mack is going to stay with him. No, Labonte blocks the entire high line. Here comes David Reagan to the inside. The Georgia boys get split up. Now here comes Reagan to the inside, leading the bottom lane. 3 wide, lots of cars in all 3 lanes. But the bottom's going to prevail. Still has the most cars on that inside lane. Reagan with a push from the 96 of J.J. Yaley. Now Yaley's going to sneak to his inside. Just head down the back straightaway yet again. Look at the field, how bunched up, packed up they are down the back stretch and into turn 3. Look at the 49 of Ken Schrader into the mix. Michael Waltrip up there as well. Schrader to the inside. can't quite lead the lap. JJ Yaley, they led that one. The underdogs working their way to the front. Michael Waltrip is into the picture now. Push from Elliott Sadler. Stacking up behind. Contact and they're wrecking. Big names being taken out from Daytona. As you see the 48 at Johnson involved. Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick, Brad Jones got up in it. And the caution's out for the first time today. Racing back to the caution flag. Who's going to lead us on the race back? It's going to be, looks like the 14 of Val Wolf. Where did she come from? Wolf with a push from Kyle Petty. Now moves up the block, the 19 of Sadler. She's going to lead us back to the line. Val Wolf, your race leader. And let's see what happened to Clint Boyer here to bring out the caution. 3 wide in the middle, moves up to the outside lane. Looks like unsure where to go, tried to hop back down. Jimmy Johnson was there, comes across the nose into Kyle Busch, Ryan Newman. Big stack him up in turns 1 and 2. You see the 70 up there. Jeremy Mayfield got turned sideways as well. Luckily was able to lock it down without getting hit again, but did a 360 up into that outside wall. We're going to watch it again from this angle. Kyle Busch gets hooked up the racetrack. Boom, hard into the door of the 12. Jeff Gordon nowhere to go. Greg Biffle nowhere to go. Brad Jones gets caught up in it. 66 is just going to squeak through. Or Willie. Gets a little piece of it, but not too bad. I don't think there's any damage to that 66 car. At least nothing major. Oh, and Boyer gets toppled onto his roof by the 66 at the very end there. I didn't see that. Oh, and Jeremiah Cook caught up in it as well in the 13. So got a lot of heavy hitters. Oh, okay, we're just going to jump back into it then. Green flag back in the air. Val Wolf, your leader, gets pushed out ahead. She's going to move up in front of the outside line. And now here comes the 1 of Truex to the inside. Down the back straightaway. Truex out in front from Daytona. Hamlin out in front, takes it for Truex, around goes Casey Kane. He somehow saves it. I thought for sure that was going to be a hard impact into the wall. Luckily keeps it straight. We're still green from Daytona. And that's going to allow Jamie McMurray to reel those guys back in. Joe Nemechek as well. Jeremy Mayfield's not going to be able to catch that group up there. It's got too much damage. The leaders, one car exited pit road not too long ago, and he's right in front of the leaders. That's the 13 of Jeremiah Cook. No hood on that race car, trying to figure out where to go. He's going to go to the high side. They're trying to split him. Now he's going to give him the high lane. Look at this. That's going to, caution. Wrecking in the back. Who is that? I think that's Jamie McMurray that got spun. So trying to navigate past the 13. I believe we are under yellow. Yes, pace car's coming out. Patrick Carpentier is going to lead us back to the caution flag. Let's see what happened to McMurray here. Okay, or not. Oh, forgot to name myself Michael Waltrip. I was going to drive that 55 car and do a blowover this race, but obviously plans changed as my NR decided to break itself further. So, Mikey fans, rejoice. I was able to send your boy upside down. Let's see what happened here. Oh man, they just got together. 43 into the back of the 7. bounces off the 8, comes down and around, goes to 26, as well as that 43 car. They're both going to save it without too much contact. I think the 43 did get a piece, or the 26 rather got a piece from the 78 there on the way by, but not too bad. Alright, here we go. Another restart. Let's try it again. Patrick Carpentier is going to lead us to the green flag with 41 to Reed Sorensen to his outside. Sorensen departing from Ganassi in that 41 car next season. Green flag is back in the air. Reed Sorensen with a great jump on that high lane. Can he pull down and clear the 10 car on the restart? Hamlin's going to go with him. The 10 of Carpentier did not get a good launch at all. Can the 41 hop down? No, not quite. Yes, he can, but he chooses not to. He's got Hamlin behind him. But now the 31 has a good push from the 10 has a good push from the 31. Now the 31 looking to the inside. He's got a push from Dale Jr. Jr.'s going to stick in the middle. Now the 96 ducks low. Dale Earnhardt Jr. right to the rear bumper of that 10 car. Heading through 1 and 2 yet again. Looks like it's going to be all Jeff Burton at the stripe. Earlier this year went upside down. Car lifted up in the air, came down on its roof before landing on its wheels. And one of the most bizarre crashes we've seen on the channel. And one of the scariest at that. Kurt Busch in the 2 car takes the lead now. Moves up in front. It's going to block the run from Vickers. Vickers stalls out. Now gets stuck in the middle. Kurt Busch leads that lap at the line. Here comes the 20 of Tony Stewart through the middle with another run. Busch moves up the block. Here comes a run on the bottom as well from Truex. Truex gets to the inside. Huge push from Mark Martin. The 7 of Robbie Gordon's there on the rear bumper of that 8 car. Mark Martin with a great run to the inside of his teammate. And now Robbie Gordon trying to force the issue. He's trying to stick his nose to the inside. Little bit of contact made there. They both save it. Down on the apron, Mark Martin takes the race lead. Moves back down in front of the 7, the block. 3 wide, no help on the outside line. Here comes the 17 of Kansas to the inside yet again. Can he do it? Down the back straightaway. Can he clear the 7 or the 8 car? Looks like he will, and hops down to the bottom. Casey Kane got shuffled out. Here comes David Gilliland with a run. He's trying to get his nose inside. Kenseth moving up the racetrack. He acknowledges that he's there. Doesn't want to cause a big wreck. Here comes the 38 to the race lead. Push from David Reagan, who's back to the front. With a run down the back straightaway. Push from Denny Hamlin. Patrick Carpentier back to the front. Retaking the lead here from Daytona in contact with Hamlin. They're both going to save it yet again. Carpentier just opened the door though. I don't think he wanted. I don't think he liked that. Looking for the lead on on the inside. One lap car coming up. Schrader out in front. Push from, is that the 31? Yes, the 31 of Jeff Burton. Here comes Kyle Petty to the inside. Petty wants to make his name, etch his name into the history books. And he's got a huge run. He's not letting off to the inside of the 49. Big push from the 96 as the 44 gets to his inside. Dale Jarrett trying to write his name in the history books one last time with one final win. Hasn't won since the inaugural season. 3 wide through 1 and 2. And catching that lap car very quick. Jeremiah Cook way off the pace. A couple laps left in this race. Bad bump from the 19, sent him down to the apron. Now the 19, moving up. Here comes the 83 of Vickers to his inside. 3 wide yet again. Feels very aggressive here tonight. Everybody doing everything they can to find victory lane. There's a lap car right there. Jeremiah Cook. We've seen race control throw cautions for lap traffic in these situations. Doesn't look like they threw it that time by, which means they'll have to race through it one way or another. Chris Mack back to the race lead. Gonna go way down, staying to the inside, gets past, moves up the entire outside line and middle lane for a little bit. Got blocked. 13 moved down the inside now as most of the cars on the outside got stuck. And I don't think he was expecting them to move down to the bottom. Now here comes the 13 getting spun around and another big crash from Daytona. Back at the caution flag, it was Dale Jr. leading us to the caution. And look at the car stuck on, or litter on the bottom of the racetrack. The 31 of Jeff Burton taken out. Looks to be a favorite to win. Not anymore. Let's see what happened. Oh, Brian Vickers tried to force the issue. Thought about making it 4 wide. The 96 slid up the racetrack a little bit. 83 wanted to take advantage. Got into the back of him. Send him down the racetrack. Round goes David Reagan. Oh, man. And Dale Jarrett got a piece of it. Denny Hamlin taken out. Ken Schrader. Jeff Burton. As I mentioned before. Kyle Petty. Bill Elliott caught up in that. Tough break for all those guys there. Getting taken out late in the going here from Daytona, but man, that's just part of hard racing. Nobody wants to live towards the end of these races, and that's the end result. We'll have a couple laps to settle it here. Here we go. 3 laps to go from Daytona, and everybody's here. Nobody exiting the pits right in front of our leaders. Dale Jr. on the bottom has no help, at least not yet. Paul Menard has a run up high. Here comes the 17 on the inside down low. Can he get his nose in there? Yes, he will. Moving up, trying to side draft a little bit as well, it seems. The 7 of Robbie Gordon pushing him big time. Gordon has won before here in the MG Cup Series. All the way back in 03 at Watkins Glen. They're going to be 4 wide in the tri-oval for a split second there. As Dale Jr. moves up, clears his former DEI teammate in that 15 car. Paul Menard's going to stay right on his bumper. Got a little loose there, had to check up. Now trying to get back in line. Doesn't look like there's any momentum there on that very high side of the racetrack. The 9 to Casey Kane with a push from the 8 of Mark Martin. Martin trying to find his way back into victory lane. It's been a minute for Martin. Off turn 4 yet again. We'll see the white flag this time by. It'll be 1 lap to go here from Daytona. Casey Kane with a run up high. Martin with a push down low. JJ Yaley is there. Martin gets shuffled out of line. Yaley got the nose to the inside. They're going to be 3 wide in a turn 1. Casey Kane lost all his momentum, has no help. The outside lanes have just Both fizzled out there. Yaley now getting left out to dry as here comes the 19 and the 83 of Vickers. Brian Vickers, the 19 of Elliott Sattler going to the front. Sattler hasn't won in a minute, trying to find victory lane yet again. Out of turn 4 for the final time. Can Vickers make a move off of turn 4? Coming to the stripe. Sattler, Vickers, here comes Michael Waltrip. Elliott Sattler wins at Daytona. And a top 5 for Val Wolf as she snuck to the front there as well at the very end. What a finish. A 3-lap shootout to the end. Elliott Sattler gets the job done in Daytona. And at the stripe, there's the gap. Cleared that 83 car. 83 beats out the 55. David Gilliland comes home P4. Underdogs fill up the top 5, rather the top 7 spots before Kurt Busch comes home P8, Mark Martin P9, and Truex rounds out the top 10. Wow, what a race from Daytona. That is going to do it. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. I hope to see y'all next time, and until then.